Hey, good morning. What's going on, everyone? I'm Andrew, and I don't want to work anymore. I'm trying to get my face centered here, get set up. How's everybody doing today? I'm feeling great. Totally slept in again. 2 days in a row. Simon, what's going on, my dude? I 2 days in a row I didn't have my alarm set, and I did make it to the gym yesterday. Today I did not, but that's okay. I did get a trade on though. I got in late, and actually, well, as soon as I woke up at 5:30, we had this candle 5:27, 5:30 moving right into this. And so I've been studying all yesterday. I studied basically what happens in London, and when you take a low, if you looked for a break in structure and a retest and trying to get in. And so I missed this one, but when I woke up I saw this one. So we took this London high, we did not take this low here, pushed back up, and then dropped all the way down. And when I woke up, we were coming right back into the top here, and literally scrambled, scratching my eyes and was able to put a trade on and exited just above the 50% of this range. So, you know, obviously kind of wish I left it hanging on, but I was pretty happy with that. So that's that. And I caught one yesterday actually in the afternoon. Yeah, market maker sell model going right through here, and I got in right at the bottom. Let's see here, maybe trade settings, executions, sold there. Where was the buy? Anyway, I bought there. I don't know what all these are. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think maybe I was changing the stop loss. Anyway, I got out somewhere right here, I believe. Maybe I try to do a couple other things. Anyway, I'm pretty good at catching this one. When I see a sell-off like this in a consolidation, and when it dumps off, this is the second time I've caught this one. The first time I was actually listening or watching price with my dad over the phone, and he's new, so he's like, it's bullish. No, he says it's bearish, and I'm going short, and I said, well, I'm going long. Anyway, neither here nor there. We are a couple minutes from the open here, and yeah, severely underneath the midnight open, which means pretty good indication we're gonna go long today. Although we did come up above, and if this is gonna be that could still be our little wick though on the daily. So it seems like it's ready to go bullish, but anything can happen. Yeah, so why long today? Our midnight open is right here, and we are below that price. We did squeak above it, so you got to think when you're making the daily candle. This is our daily chart here. Let me hide my executions. Okay, so when we're looking at the daily chart here, and this is today's candle, you need to make the little wick, and we did. We've also already tapped into this fair value gap on the daily. So those are the two reasons there why I think we're bullish. But The more I look at it, the more I want to be bearish. There's equal highs at 21,355. And Raghav, good morning, my dude. 21,355. Oh wait, we got a market open. Let's get our prices out. Projected here. And ICT put a video out on when you can use the 930 candle as your first presented fair value gap. And today might be one of those situations. Uh-oh. He said looking at the chart, but in regular trading hours, and if you start below equal lows as a sweep, then you can use the first presented fair value gap. And you know what? I'm gonna try it today. $276 makes it 271. Yeah, so kind of like here on the 5-minute chart for yesterday, although there wasn't a first presented fair value gap that we could use, but like this one, I believe this one had one on Friday. This low, or this opening price, basically sweeps these relatively equal lows, and that's why you could use it. Something to that effect. I'm gonna listen to it a little bit more, but something to study anyway. I think another reason to be bullish is we've already swept the London low. Yes, we've swept the London high, but because we've because we've made a new high here, there's basically a break in market structure. So we made a low, a higher low, and we've come over this high when we did this. So that's another reason why I'm bullish, and we're underneath the midnight opening price. My buy side today. 21,384 is easy objective, which is just above the midnight, just above midnight. So, you know, even Asia here, Tuesday night Asia. How high is this one up here? This was Monday's Asia. How high is that? Where are we right now? 330. 230 points away. I don't know. Do we have news today? Petroleum. No big deal. But definitely looking to scale in. New day opening gap 21,420. Thank you for that, sir. I'm gonna put it on there. Yeah, just another reason to go long today. 21,355. 21,355. I think I'm gonna see this one through. We gotta get above. Let's see on the 15-minute. It's just been bearish for a really long time. And then we've come down to the bottom of this Bear Valley gap. We want to leave that open here on the 15-minute. Yeah, which is also 50% of the daily candle from Monday, I believe. I'll throw it on here real quick. Actually, I'll do it on the 5-minute side. Yeah, so 50% of this gap, or sorry, this wick brings us to this dotted line I have. So I think that's going to be support, and we hit that basically, or got close to it just after London. But I also watched the video. ICT was saying he is where was it? There was a low here that he didn't want to see taken out, and that was this one. And he wanted to stay bullish after that, but we did not, and now we've taken it out. And so he thinks that we're gonna chop around here on the daily, kind of like how we did up here, is what he was saying. So we'll see. Go back on the 5 minute over here. Stop loss at break even when price reaches 21.35. Oh, how many points is that? Where was your entry? I think that's my biggest problem, is I always want, you know, if my account, if my profit doesn't say something like 75 or 80, I don't even want to consider taking profit. But that's the wrong approach. Man, my entry was late. Oh, it just looks big. That's just 2 points though. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to put another position on. I think we're gonna start breaking out here. Yeah, 1R. Did you play with that 1R strategy? Nice. Well done, sir. Got in a little early. We got 2 positions on. Risk is a little high. So far, no regret. Maybe I should take profit at 21,384. Yeah, I'm gonna push for one more position. I'm still feeling bullish. I don't see this fizzling out at the midnight open. So I'm on a plane tonight. Gonna go visit my family. I'm gonna go to a funeral for my buddy's mom, and so I'm going back to Ontario. Gonna see a whole lot of friends I haven't seen, like probably 20 years or more, something like that. And yeah, we're gonna go to like a restaurant. It's a celebration of life. She passed away I think it was August last year, so that'll be good. I don't know if it'll be super sad or not, because a lot of time's already passed by, but we'll see. But I do have some heavy stuff going on with my family. It sounds like Friday morning I won't be trading, because we'll be maybe putting our family dog down. So we'll see. She's not eating regularly anymore. The only way she'll eat is off the table, human food. So we'll I won't be trading Friday, and then I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. I'm gonna pack my laptop, and thanks so much, Simon, and I'll pack the laptop. We'll see if the screen, the camera works, but if I'm not streaming tomorrow, you'll know why. And Friday for sure I won't be, but Monday we'll be back. And just want another fair value gap up here so I can put another position on. Let's go. Simon, do you have one on or what? Do you have a trade on? Simon, have you seen the one-to-one strategy that we were talking about yesterday? Nice. Okay, I'll explain it for you right now since we're here. I think we're gonna have an opportunity to put a third position on. Let's see. And then I'm gonna explain the one-to-one. Oof. I didn't want to see that. Okay. Anyway. The one-to-one, whoops. The way it works is basically let's see, where did it work? Okay. This fair value gap right here is the prime example where you have candle 1, 2, and 3. Candle 4 must reach the opening price of candle 3, so then you can put a long on right there, and then you would measure from down here and target a 1-to-1, and that's that. It's literally that easy. That's the 1-to-1 strategy. Oh man, I want to get in on this. It's not the first presented fair value gap. It can be any fair value gap, but like I said, candle 4 basically must trade into the opening price of candle 3. So in this case, it wasn't until I'm gonna go in on this one. I'm not even gonna wait. Stop loss here. Whoops. Stop loss there. There. And there. Is this working or what? There we go. Okay. Not bad. Okay, also about the strategy here, I've seen a lot. If you don't move the stop loss at this time, so 10 minutes to 10 o'clock, if you just leave that stop loss alone, you might be able to survive. Oof. Oh well. Yeah, I have not built a spreadsheet on this strategy yet to see how successful it is. But if you go back, you will see it is pretty good. So even in this morning, you had this one that gave you a 1-to-1. So I'm not going to put any more positions on because I had a good win there. It was about, I'd have to check, but it was about $100 or $90. So you would have got in here, down to here, and 1-to-1 would have got you out there on that candle. Okay, so there's that one. But if you didn't get that one, there was this guy right here, and the way that one would have played out, so this is candle 3, candle 4 has to come to the opening price of that, and it doesn't. But you know, if you want to go and back test and give a chance to candle 5, that's one thing. So you would have entered in there, and 1-to-1, would you have got it here? Yes. So there's 2 instances right there in the morning session where you would have had a 100% strike rate on the 1-to-1. And then we can even check here. He would have lost here. No entry here. This is a lot of instances where you just don't get an entry. You would have got one here, but it would have been a loss. Would it have been a loss? Yeah, that would have lost. Anyway. It's for everyone to back test and see how often it works for them. I'll make a video on it. But you don't get as many setups with it because you have to wait for that retracement to the opening price. And you would most likely want to do that with a limit order. So that makes it a little bit harder because it happens so fast. And let's play around with, I was playing a little bit with it on a 2-minute chart. And you can probably get way better entries on a 2-minute. Since you got like, maybe you can wait for a full retracement. But like I said, I just haven't played with it. This candle doesn't do it. So you wouldn't have had an entry there if you waited to the bottom of the wick, but if you wait here, it happens. Let's see here. But obviously then your 1-to-1 gets bigger. Oh, I still would have got it on the 2-minute. So check it out. And I think it's especially good for prop firms because the way you're doing your entries, your drawdown is minimal. So that's the other reason I like it. Feeling greedy. I feel like I wanna take another long just for winning, but I'm not going to. That's my half-hour trading for the day, and pretty happy with that. Finally got a run with the strategy. Was able to put on 2-3 positions. The third one was a loss, but that's okay. Let's see what the history says. There is no time or session rule for 1-for-1, but I haven't tested it enough to know. I feel like the lunch hour, like ICT says, is a no-go zone still. You know, let's check here. Yesterday in the lunch hour. Here's an opportunity here. And so what, we're going short. So we would have got in right there. Man, that's a winner. So that's a winner. Let's see. Do we have another one? There's a little gap there, but candle 4 does not come down. So let's wait again. No. Here's one here. So you would have got in candle 4 right there. Stop loss goes there. One to one. No big deal. Let's try it again. No gaps. Here's a gap. Candle 4 comes down to the opening price. And I know you guys can see this, that it's a for sure winner. We can take the low of even candle 2. Uh-oh. Maybe not here. Oh, we do get it. So it's pretty good. With no time constraint, it is difficult to backtest since there are many FBGs in a day, right? Yeah, so you'd have to like pick a session for yourself, you know, because everyone's in different time zones. You know, for me, I've kind of made my trading availability just in the morning for the first half hour between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. So that's why I came up with the strategy that I've been using, because that's the time frame that I can make money. So so I would test it on, you know, when you're available to be in the charts and see if it works for you. You know, this afternoon session, I want to play with it some more. I think you might want to like at least check what the trend is and not go counter trend. You know, we've kind of been going bullish here, so stick with the bullish theme. And then here we've rolled over, you know, we've taken out these lows, we come back up, and now we're bearish. So maybe just look for bearish fair value gaps for that 1-to-1. So it would have failed here because it consolidated for a bit, but you know, you only know that through hindsight. But if you took the next one, that would have been good. So play with it. I think it's an easy scalping method. If you're using prop firms, I think you're going to be pretty happy with it. And here was where I really wanted to take that. Oh, I would have got stopped out no matter what. What happened here? You guys see this? What is this? This gap down? This is so weird. Anyway. Maybe limiting to 2 to 5 a.m. London session and New York AM session. New day opening gap target also taken. I closed so early. Oil news? I think it's at 10:30. So still a half hour away. But hey guys, good trading day. Hope you guys have a good one. Play safe for the rest of the day. And yeah. You might catch me tomorrow, if not Monday. So, but I'll be trading for sure tomorrow. Whether it's live or not, that's another story. So, you guys have a good one. Peace out.